Hey, man.
Hey, hello. How's everyone? We're cooking today. We're actually cooking some business today. So thank you for being here. This is the 3 at 3 live show. We're here with Aaron Simmons, here from Data Meaning, and we're going to be cooking some great visualizations related to food today. So you never been in the show, please know this is a mystery chart show. So what we do here is Aaron has some visualization, I have some visualizations. He had never seen it before. And if you're in the chat, you have never seen these visualizations either. And hopefully you've never seen it. And we're going to discuss them. We have three questions. What is your first impression? Is there anything that is confusing? And the last one is, what can we do to make them better? And the idea is for us to learn how to do better visualizations, how to interact, how to, get feedback. And we're going to start right on it. Today is food. It's Aaron. Is that because it's what is it that this week that you selected food? It was
Yeah,
a
today is National Popcorn Day, and tomorrow in the UK is National Cheese Lovers Day.
cheese lovers day. Okay, great. So I have my chef hat here. This shirt, I'm gonna dedicate this shirt to Josh Jackson here at Data Meetings. He's the barbecue guy here at Data Meeting. Josh, our friend or boss here at Data Meeting, he loves barbecue out there in Nashville. So I'm gonna dedicate this to great barbecue in Nashville, in Texas, in Austin, Texas. Great barbecue out there.
Hey,
So
I tried barbecue, or I tried smoking ribs this weekend, and it didn't go well. So
oh, I can help you. I will help you. Don't
I
worry
just
about
can't
it.
get that down.
Don't worry about it. I'll help you out. That will be perfect. Let's start. Let's start. Tell me, you can see my bis, right? You can see
Yep.
it.
Yep.
This one. So what I'm going to do today is a little bit different. Since we're cooking, I told Aaron I was going to do a little bit different. I'm going to show him this bis, which I already know is a little bit, and it's not the best bis, right? It could be very confusing. And then I'm going to show him an alternative. I'm going to cook it again. We're going to cook the bis again. And then I'm going to show him the same, but interactive. And then after that, I'm going to show him one more. And this is going to be, they're all small business, where I'm going to show Aaron and you guys in the chat the same biz, but with not all this stuff, and it's still very powerful. So what do you think, Aaron, the first impression of this biz? Have you seen it before?
I've seen something like that, but no, not necessarily this one. It's a little tough to, with all the lines and colors to follow where everything goes. So I'm hoping you got an interactive version available.
Hmm. Yeah, this is not an interactive version, and I'm gonna put it in the chat. Sorry for that. Let me put it on the chat. So if you are in the out there and you wanted to see it on your on other screen, so that's where the base is. That's where the base is.
So
And
give me the context behind like where you found this and what it is.
so I was actually looking for barbecue data visualizations, right? And I could not find that many, which is great. That means we have to create some. But then I found one that was saying pairing barbecue with wine. And I have it. I'm going to show you that one. But then when I was looking at that one, I found this one and I said, wow, that's to me, my first impression, right? Was that it was a little bit difficult to follow. And that's how I found it. And then I'm going to show. So we have here in the left, we have the one that is not interactive. It's just an infographic. This is the original one. On the right, that you cannot see the one on the right because I did that on purpose. Okay, I'm going to show you that soon. That one is interactive and it's in Tableau Public, but it's different, a little bit different. And then I have the one with barbecue and wine that I think it's the best one, that I really like how they did it, and I think it's easy to understand. So we could take that one and make this one the other one easy.
What does this say on the bottles?
So let's see. Let's take this caption out. So in the bottom it says foods that are hard to match. So this ones on the bottom of the bottle are just food that are hard to match, like asparagus or green beans. They're just saying that it's just hard to, or like chocolate. But each one of those bottles, what it does is, let me see if I can make them better. I'm sorry, larger. It's just the wine, the type of
Oh,
wine and what
type of
wines
wine.
are there. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So
Okay.
like
I
you
got
can see sweet wine and what types of wine. So this is like Moscato or like Riesling, Chardonnay is in this one, Cava, light red, like Zinfandel or something like that, Pinot Noir. Like, it just tells you what type of wine specifically.
Yeah. Yeah. This looks like the inside of a computer,
Hmm.
like some kind of board with all the lines going around.
Exactly. Exactly. So, what do you? Anybody on the chat? What do you think about this the original chart? Before I show you the one that it's kind of like the same but interactive and stuff. So, what's your first impression, Aaron, on this
What
one?
are they saying? Chocolate is too hard to pair?
Hmm.
Oh, I would have thought that would have been not that difficult.
I know.
Do you have a data source on where this came from?
Yes, it's. I think yes, it came from apparently winefolly.com or something like that. It doesn't really says no,
So it
but
came from
that's
like
it.
a wine place.
Yes, it comes from a wine place. It's actually an infographic.
Hmm.
Yeah. Does anybody on the chat or if you no somebody sorry, thank you. Somebody says that it looks like a
Schematic.
schematic diagram, and
Hmm.
somebody else said that it looks like electronics.
Yep.
Thank you. So what do you think, Aaron? Is there anything that is confusing to you?
Everything. Like
Everything, right?
it's hard to follow any. I mean, there's a
Hmm.
couple that are pretty straight to follow any of those lines. Especially, it looks like maybe starches. There's
Hmm.
so many dots there that go into the mass of other lines that it's impossible to follow those.
Correct. I agree with you 100%. It's really hard to follow. This needs to be redone some way, right? So I will show you how they did this on Tableau Public Interactive, okay? Which is gonna look so much better, but definitely it's confusing. It needs something to make this easier to follow. It's very hard to follow. I can't believe this was something that they were printing and providing a PDF or to clients. That's what they did with this, and it's very very hard to follow. And that was my first impression when I saw this. I was like, man, this is crazy. But I wanted to show you like you can make it better, right? This is what the show is all about. We can make it better. We can improve it. So let's look at one here. That is, you can. I'm gonna make it here. Here, very easy for you. So you can see this one is actually similar, right? It's very similar.
Yeah.
But now because it's interactive, I can click here. Hopefully it works. Hold on. And it's in the chat.
I don't see it, Yamil. Where'd you put that?
Oh, it's in the one that says public view pairing food with wine. It's a little bit higher than the
Hmm.
chat. You see it there? This is the beginning of the.
I don't, but that's okay. I can see your screen. It's fine.
Okay, so you can see here when I select it, now you can see where it's going. So now you can see if I select starches, like you said, look, I can see where it's going. Easier, a lot easier, right?
Yeah.
And then I can even highlight this, and I have a very nice this in the tooltip, and I can see and read better what it does.
Yeah, instead of having the labels on the bottle, you put it in the tooltip and you get it out of the view because you really don't need to see it all at one time.
Oh,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's good. Yeah,
Exactly.
I was hoping you had an interactive version of this because I could see a great use case of what he did here to follow. I don't. I think he probably looked like he kept the colors as is, but just making it interactive so that you can follow those lines. And it looks like he spread those lines out a bit too. That is also easier to follow.
Yeah, exactly. And then here we can see roasted vegetables, and you can see exactly where that is going. So it's so much easier to follow. So much better. Now, what if you cannot do that? that's what, because I was just thinking this is something that they did and redid it in Tableau Public, but this is interactive. But what if you cannot do it as interactive? Could there be another way that you can do this without being interactive and still works? So I'm going to show you. And this one I really, really like because this is wine pairing with barbecue. So look, this is also non-interactive, but look how easy they figure it out. I mean, think about this. Look at this. Can you follow it right now? I think you
Just
can, right?
zoom in a little bit.
Yeah, let me I'm gonna put it in the chat. So I'm gonna put it in the chat, everyone, so you guys can see it. It's right there, the last chat, the last message. So let me make it larger. Sorry, 1 second here.
Yeah, you're good.
So you see, by flipping this to the left, I can still read it and I don't need all those lines. And this is not interactive. Look at that. Still works. What do you think?
Yeah. So the original question was like, what wine goes with what food, or what food goes with which wine? And if doing it on the separate axis, yeah, you can see that much easier. The only part that was a little tough was when you scrolled down. I don't know what those wines were because they're
Yeah,
still
yeah.
stuck at the top. But that's okay, because if you're looking for lobster, you can look at those. Okay, there's 3 cups, and it's those three, the headers at the top. So it's still
Yeah,
easy to follow.
exactly. Exactly. And I think that's the key, right? I think that the idea here is that we really need this way. I mean, it's neat, it's nice, it makes sense here, interactive, right? But the idea here, the reality is that we can do it in a different way, and we can flip everything, and it still works. I think it still works. You don't need interactivity or anything else, and it still works. That's the key here. I mean, that's what I was very impressed, that I found another way, and it still works, and it's a simple way, a
Yeah,
very simple way
it
to
kind
do
of
it.
reminds me a little bit of earlier today. We had
Mm-hmm.
a virtual Florida Tableau user group meeting,
Mm-hmm.
and Steve Wexler presented, and he had mentioned. I took a couple notes, and he mentioned something about, like, it doesn't have to be super complicated, and he showed some like really like arcing things that were just like way out there. There's someone just kind of playing around and trying to figure out how it's working and test it. But in the end, it's sometimes it's easier to do something much more simpler so people can follow it, rather than trying to digest the instructions on how to read a dashboard. So sometimes just doing things more simpler is the way to go.
Yeah, I really like this visualization particular. Gonna print this out for myself, because I like brisket, and Aaron, look at here. They said
Only
to go
one.
with my back. And if you think about it, we have Aaron and I, we like pork shoulder, or like ribs, Malbec again. I was thinking, well, the easy one is Malbec. Go with a Malbec. It's almost everywhere, and it's an easy one. I mean, when you're doing fish, that's different, but the other one seems to be the answer will be that Malbec, and they're not expensive, so that's good too.
Yeah, that
But
maybe
what
maybe
is
maybe a
yeah.
different way they could have sorted this was
Ah,
by category.
mm,
There's a meat section, a vegetable section,
yes.
seafood section.
I
Yep.
really like it, and I really like it, and I can follow it, right? And I don't need what I was trying to what I was trying I'm trying to push over there. Everyone to do this watching is I don't have to really create all of this so complicated when I can just flip this to the other side, right? So if this was on this side and this was like this, similar to this one, it can still works, and it's easy to create, and it still works.
Yeah.
It's no issue. So I just wanted to show that. So now going back to what you were saying, what Aaron was saying is that Aaron was saying, do you need all of this stuff? Will it be even easier? Like Steve Wexler in our Tableau user group this morning was saying, I think so. So when I was looking for some business today, and this is the last one, so we can jump with one Aaron have is there other very popular food business on Tableau Public, and I found the number one, the one with the most views. I found it, and believe it or not, it doesn't have anything of this flashy icons or things like this. It's super easy to understand. So I'm gonna show you this one now. Just looking for some business today, and this is the last one. Let me see. We have to jump with my Aaron half is. So you can see that now. This one. Let me see if I can make it. Hold on a second. See if I can make it. Number one, the one with the. Hold on. Okay, here it is. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. Okay, so as you can see, this is the number one. This biz have, to give you an idea, 16,000, almost 17,000 views on Tableau Public. And super simple. I mean, why do we have to complicate it too much? I don't know. But think about it. You can do this with anything from your company, anything that you're doing, something simple. There's only two colors here.
Yep.
And what do you think, Aaron? I'm not going to say too much.
I was just going to mention that there's only two colors. I see that the colors, the one blue color is specifically for McDonald's. Is that just they want to highlight what was number one, or is there an option here to highlight other things?
That's a good question. I don't know.
It says selected chain is in the legend there is in blue, but I don't see a place to.
Oh yeah. Okay. Look.
Okay, that's great. Yeah,
that's awesome.
So it's not, they didn't hard code it to like, okay, McDonald's is this color and then all the other are a different color. It allows you to, whatever you selected will then highlight that across the dashboard. That's good.
So I'm gonna select Chick-fil-A because here in Florida, I don't know if that's if anybody had this happen to you in your area, but in Florida there are lines and lines on Chick-fil-A at 24/7. I don't understand that, but anyway. Here, Chick-fil-A, you can see Chick-fil-A selected. Yeah,
it looks bigger than the McDonald's.
Yeah,
that's circle.
Exactly. Oh, we have Joe. Thank you, Joe. Let me see what Joe says. He says, "Why not red yellow for McDonald's to be on brand?" Okay, and I think that is because we found out. Okay, oh, it's highlighting, brushing the data. I like it. Okay, great. And we have also Anderson. DevSecOps Ops. He's a very nice and easy chart. Thanks for sharing. Okay. Yeah, this is, I mean, really, what I want to point to everyone is we started with, the this chart, which is great, right? Great chart. Well done. Everything is amazing here. But it's hard to follow, right? You have to click. You have to be interactive. You cannot print this. If you print this, nobody's going to follow it. And then we have this alternative, which is honestly so much easier and better, in my opinion. And even for a developer to create something like this. And honestly, at the end of the day, hey, look at this. It's very nice, easy to understand. You don't need all these icons and all that stuff. So you could easily take the other one and make it something like this, I think. What else do you think, Aaron? What else? About this one? Or do you want me to go back to the other one?
Well, what happens when you hover on one of those circles?
Just give you more like the locations. Yeah.
If you click on a bubble, will that highlight everything?
So let's see. Yeah. Yeah. It let you do it here too. Let's see. I think.
Does it? What if you highlight, like click and drag and highlight more than one? What does that do? Yeah, that's cool. That still is interesting. That whatever you've highlighted, yeah, those two coffee brands, that's 11% of sales. I appreciate the interactiveness of it. Not only just the numbers change, but that the colors and everything's all dynamic.
Yeah. So look, I selected Dunkin' Donuts and Starbucks, and I selected those two.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. So if I select, for example, I know it doesn't make sense, but I'm gonna select Starbucks and McDonald's, and you can see Starbucks and McDonald's. So it will move to those two. So yeah, I mean, I really like it. I just wanted to show you. Look how simple it is. Just bar, some KPIs on top, a very good title, and yeah. I mean, I think the only thing that I will change is this bar right here.
It's a little
This
thick.
one. Because it's confusing. I thought that this bar will mean something, or this one here, this
Is there a
bar.
little bit of blue underneath that line?
Yeah, there is something. I don't think there's anything in there. You see, because
No.
I don't think there's anything there. That's the only thing that I will not put this here because I don't want people to get confused. But I do like it. So what else do you see on this specific one?
So I noticed you highlighted Starbucks, McDonald's there, and it brought up the two top bars there. So that's what that graph is showing is it by sales, total
Mhm,
sales.
mhm.
But on the bubble chart we have down here, you have another axis for what is that percentage of locations.
Which
It would be
you're talking about this one?
so no, in the bubble chart in the bottom right, they've got two axes. One's just total
Oh,
sales, which is
sales and number of locations. You're right.
number of
Absolutely right,
locations.
Aaron. And it
So
is on the chat. I forgot to put it there. Thank you, Joe, for letting me know. I
so
forgot about that.
so, it'd be, so
Also, there's some people saying it's super simple, easy to understand. Thank you, Joe.
yeah, so it'd be cool if there was a way that you could toggle between how you wanted to view it.
Mhm,
Right now, we're looking at by sales, but
mhm.
what if I wanted to look at it by number of locations?
Patience.
It's
Okay.
it's it's different because now
Mhm,
Subway is going to be at the top because it has 25,000 plus
mhm,
locations.
mhm.
So it would be nice if you were able to toggle that bar chart there to one or the other rather than it just being coded to one.
Correct. One of the things that I'm not sure is you see when I select Subway, this doesn't change. So let me
Mm,
see. So you can see because it will be nice to see. Okay, how many locations? Because if this doesn't say 25, right? It just still
yeah,
is there. Okay, wait. This one. I don't know. I'm not
yeah.
sure about the locations. Yeah.
It looks like you just needed to this probably a box to select there to apply it to all the sheets on the dashboard.
Yeah. 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 Correct. Correct. But yeah, no. I just wanted to show you, like, so we could see, this difference between confusing, easier, or like less confusing, still works, and then so much easier, so much
Mhm.
easier. We don't need to get crazy. Yeah. What do you think? That's great, right?
That's good. Yeah.
Good stuff. Good stuff. And there was also one more I can show. We still have time.
Yeah. Go ahead.
This is something very interesting. I wanted to show everyone. I'm gonna put it on the chat. Thank you, Joe, for reminding me to put it on the chat. Hold on 1 second here. I lost my. I lost the. Wait a minute. You can see it, right?
Yeah.
Um, Hold on a second. I put it in the chat here. Okay. So let me tell you what I like this here. What I like it. I like it because I was very impressed with this legend. And let me tell you what this is. Let me see if I can get you a better. Hold on. I'm gonna make it as large as possible. This legend is amazing. So this key here, it says indirect heat, direct heat, low heat, medium heat. So you can see the flames here is like 1 is just low heat, 3 is high heat, and then the cooking time. And I was like, this is impressive. I mean, this is really cool. Very easy to understand. And this is exactly what you were saying. Beef, pork, chicken, seafood. Exactly what Aaron, what you were saying.
Yeah. And the other one. Yeah.
And then we can identify that the kind of like this, kind of like green blue is what is the indirect heat, and the red is the direct heat, and then you have this three flames to help you out. I think it was brilliant. The key here:
What's the indirect heat? What was it? What did it have that you're supposed to cook on indirect heat? I'm curious. Chicken.
chicken thighs, chicken and chicken breast,
Oh,
and fish, the whole fish. Not much, and even said, like fish and shellfish, like minimal internal temperature. So Really cool, easy to understand, simple. I really like it.
You've got that axis for the length of time you're supposed to cook it.
Hmm.
That's good.
What else do you like?
That's really good.
Yeah. Jamie says the design makes you want to spend time to explore the data more and not just glance at it. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Yes,
because to,
exactly.
to his point, it's like, you know what? Well, how have I been cooking that? Oh man, I've been doing it wrong. I thought I was supposed to do this. I've been cooking it way too long, or the heat has been up way too high, and that's why it never comes out well. So this is a great way to visually see, how you can improve upon your grill cooking.
Yeah, exactly. And this is not interactive or anything, right? This is more like a, I don't know, infographic thing.
Yeah.
Still great. I think the key is right here in the key. This is great key, great notations. I like this too. I'm not. I mean, the title is great, but it could even be properly cooked meats or something. I like this one could be the actual title right here, right? Um, but it looks great. I really like this because it's like a, I don't know. It looks like what it looks to you, Ryan, like this type of chart like this. I don't know.
It's
It
like a
just sounds
ruler
like a ruler. Okay,
or a
yeah.
football field.
So easy to understand. Look, if you have here skirt steak, right, or hot dog, but you can finally find really fast. Oh, look, burger is more. It's just more. It needs more. Or hanger steak, it needs more right there. And it's just great. Average cooking time 9 minutes between versus 5 minutes. I think it's really cool, very easy to understand. It
So there
makes sense.
are there are two different colors there. There's
Mhm,
a
mhm,
orange and a lighter orange, and there's a
mhm.
green and a lighter green. Do we know what that extra color is?
This one,
Yeah, like
it's
is
a
it like
good
there's some wiggle
question.
room, like between 9 and 11 minutes, so they do at least 9 and then up to 11, that kind of thing.
I don't know. It doesn't say. That's a really good question. It doesn't say. It may be because you're getting there, right? You're almost at the last. I think it's because you're on the last maybe minute or something like that. I'm not sure. I mean, it's not there. It's the only thing that I cannot find. It's not there. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But I wanted to show you this last one. That's the last one I have today. It's the last one.
Those are all good.
They're good. I mean, this is just wanted to, data visualization best practices. That key, so good, so important. And then make your stuff easier. Makes your stuff easier. Don't complicate it too much. This is easy. Finally, understand. Everybody can follow this. I can adapt this one or with other data actually. And make it. This could be food. This could be like, I don't know, my products or something.
Yeah,
Total sales, my sales per location, my locations, and this could be here my all the stuff that we're selling in the store, and that's it.
sales and profit.
Trial some profit. Yeah, very simple. Don't get too crazy. Well, it's all yours now. Let me take my screen. Yep.
Okay,
Oh wow. Okay.
got it. There it is.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see it.
Let me.
I can see it.
All right.
Mm.
So
Wow. Wow.
at least you,
Me.
Yamil, my hatred for pie charts. I found a new one. It's a cheese chart.
This is crazy.
So
I mean, I love that you brought in this thing one in. Sometimes in the show we bring in crazy stuff. And the
so
reason why we do the crazy stuff is because this is the only way that we're like, come on, I need to. What is my first impression, right? What is the first thing that we always say is, I always say, Aaron, is imagine that you're in a business office environment, or now everybody's online, so you're in a meeting and you're doing the presentation. What is the first impressions of people when they see your dashboard, your biz? Doesn't matter what it is. Uh, this my first impression is, whoa, what's this? Crazy.
we I showed something like this last week. I don't even remember what it was, but it had these like rings, right? And then it just keep going out. So this is similar. This is a cheese chart. and it's by animal, and I found it interesting. There's an actual buffalo wedge here.
Yeah.
I didn't know we got cheese from buffalo. And then as you go out, you've got the hard,
Mhm.
soft, semi-soft, and
Mhm.
then once you get that to the last, it's all the different kinds. Now all of these look to be the same width, so they all look about the same. I just thought it was an interesting take on the pie chart, which I hate so much. Let me see. I can't remember which ones I've got. I've got a couple of them here.
Wow, this one, but this one, let's look at this one again. It's just incredible. Anybody in the chat, just tell me what is your first impression of this thing? I mean, I think some people say cheese, thanks a lot of cheeses. Joe said that this episode is torture because he will be making him hungry. I want to do barbecue after this. I think I'm going to do some burgers later today.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. So, this is cool. So Joe said that he's a Wisconsin guy. So this one is magic. Awesome. That's awesome. We didn't know that. That's awesome. He said, someone says, if you can get milk from an almond, you can get cheese from buffalo. um,
Everything makes milk, apparently.
this is, what I like about this one in particular, Aaron, is I think you can make. I mean, I like the data. I like the idea. I actually like all those icons they have for the cheeses.
Right.
It's just the way that it is. I will redo it. I mean, I think it's you can redo it. I mean, that's the way the thing with this. I mean, should be a
what
way.
I don't know is like without having to like go into the actual article.
Mhm.
Once you hit this point, they're all the same. They're all the same size, so that you can't tell. Like, I don't even know if they're even showing totals or a percentage or what, other than like down here.
Mhm.
All of these are the same, which can't be. So I don't even know if there's any like numbers behind it, but maybe they were just trying to show how vast the cheese palette is, specifically from cows. They got about almost 75% of all the cheeses.
Gotcha. It's cool. I mean, I think something can be done with it. It's great.
All right, so I got more cheese.
Show me.
Okay, so here we're looking at the most popular cheeses by state.
Put it in the chat so they can see. Put it in the chat. This is great. So Aaron's going to put it in the chat in 1 second, guys. If everybody's watching, it's going to put it in the chat. Okay, so this is by state. Wow. Okay.
I don't know where they got the data. I didn't go into how real it is or not. I don't know. There's not really much value here because, like, what kind of cheese is this? What kind of cheese is this? I don't know what any of these are.
I mean, you can probably go down a little bit. Maybe you can try to identify with the like. I see Cheese Whiz. Cheese Whiz is easy to identify right there.
Oh, nice.
Right there.
This is kind of an infographic. So there's a couple of things on this one. So it does give you those, but again, you'd have to like which one feta. Or maybe it's feta.
We have too many Greek restaurants in Florida.
And then I come down here. Okay, so here what they did was here's just the state and the type. And that's it.
Nice. So, feta. Oh, it's right here. It's right here.
Which I've never had feta cheese, so I guess I'm behind.
It's really good. It's really good.
But then as you go down, okay, now we got another cheese chart.
God.
So here it looks they did put a number to it. So there are 8 states where Parmesan and oregano are number 1. And then you got all these ones with all the colors of the rainbow.
Oh, so it's a great data. It's great data. It's just the way it is. It's crazy. I
found it interesting that they did put some texture to it to make it look maybe like what those cheeses actually look like. Here, it's just too small. We can't do that, but I thought that was funny.
Amazing how they did this. It's so funny. What do you guys have to think in the chat? What is your first impression of all of this? So Joe said, let me put it here. Joe's sharing something here. He said, based on search terms, is that really popularity? Who searches for cheese cheddar, which has to be the top in Wisconsin? Cheddar cheese curds. Ooh, cheddar cheese curds are so good.
Yeah, and here it said they grouped it by region. So and they said, and I'm originally from Illinois. I don't know what Stilton is. So if Joe knows, fill us in because I've never heard of that.
Oh wow. Yeah, I mean that's pretty cool. the look at that. So here is by regions, which is great. I mean,
Yeah.
it's great. I mean, it's a different way. I mean, mozzarella. They're eating too much pizza over there, and
Yeah, so
um,
it'd be great if this was so interactive
mhm,
as it usually is, so you could see you know by the last one we looked at,
mhm.
select which animal you want to look at, which cheese is most popular by buffalo,
Yeah.
in these states, or
Mhm.
something like that, just so you have some be able to deep dive in it. Again, Joe's from Wisconsin, so I bet he wants to know in this data what does the cheese data look like.
Mhm.
Uh, so he'd be able to like go in and do that, but they don't provide that here in this info. All
Perfect.
right, the last cheese one I have is kind of interesting. Uh, so they just have this rating by most popular. There's cheddar for you, Joe. But this is specifically in um, Europe, I believe. So you
Mhm.
have, it's most popular in Italy and Switzerland, Cyprus, and they've got this map, this cheese map.
Mm.
So check
Oh
that out.
wow. Oh, this is cool. Put it in the chat. Hey, I'm seeing this for the first time. That's what we call a Meister chart. So like this is my real first impression. I'm pretty sure it's your first impression too. Really cool, really cool.
So,
Okay.
so it's kind of, but like I can also zoom in, and it continues to fill up the map with the cheeses for those areas.
Oof.
So
This is
like,
awesome.
so if I like I've never heard of what this is, but when you click
Mm.
on it, it takes you to another tab and it gives you a description of what that is.
Oh, okay. Pecorino Romano. Yeah, yeah, I know this one. Okay. But it's
Like,
awesome.
give you some history behind it and like where it originated.
In
So it's
Italy,
not
yeah.
so it is interactive in a way that it takes you someplace else and gives you more information without having to just shove it all on one screen at a time.
Really cool. Okay, let's look at this. Is it it doesn't provide the US, right? It's just
Let's
Europe.
let me check. Oh yeah, we got some over here.
Oh, cool. This is great. So let's see what they got.
Looks like not a lot of data over here.
Okay.
Oh, let's go up to Wisconsin for Joe.
Yeah, it's probably will be there somewhere, right? Because maybe these are just the cheese that it's from the
Yeah,
US, maybe. Yeah.
that's the other thing is I don't know specifically what we're looking at. It
Mm.
would be helpful if I knew that, or maybe if I just read the article beforehand, I knew what I'd be looking at. But
Wow. So
but
what is this?
it'd be nice if we had some other data, like what's the how many pounds
Colby.
have been sold.
Colby cheese. Nice.
Yeah, maybe it is the origins of these.
Oh, cool. Someone says to I think it's cheese origins. That's what
Yeah,
Joe said. Yeah, which makes sense, right? Because that's why you don't see that many in the United States, but and then too many over there. This is the cheese. These cheese are from here, from the U.S. I think. I think that's what it means.
Munster.
That's really neat.
It'd be
I
cool if you
like
could.
how to put it
Oh,
there.
let me search for it.
Uh, this somebody says to there's a Canson Puri. I'm gonna put it in here so you can see. Oh wow. Look at the Philippines. The top cheese there is Kansong, or you can search for it. Just search for it. Put that.
What am I searching
It's
for?
it's here in the chat. You seen it in the on the screen? Can you see it?
I gotta refresh.
Kansong Puri. Yeah. See if you can search for that. Mm,
This one?
I think so. Yeah. 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 Nice. Oh wow.
Yeah,
It's
interesting.
crazy. It's really cool. I mean, super interactive, different. I like it. I mean, the cool thing is that if we think about what can we learn from this, I mean, is that it's very not only interactive, but it's very personal. You're making this kind of like visualization more like yours, right?
Right. You
So
want to
the
see.
adoption will be higher because think about it, everybody will like to look for their own country or state. So your adoption will probably be very high if you're trying to make something where your users can be part of the story.
Yep.
Very cool. So what else you got?
Okay. Next is it's National Popcorn Day, so I got some popcorns. Week 17 of the Makeover Monday from 2019, there was Steph Curry's Stadium Popcorn Rankings.
Mm.
So they pinned a couple of favorites here, and I got two of these and maybe one other. But I found it interesting what you can do with popcorn data. So apparently
Yeah.
he ranked all the 29 stadiums and their popcorn based on different categories: butter, crunchness, freshness, saltiness, and presentation.
Wow. Put it in the chat. This one.
So I'm going to put the link to that.
Yeah, this one is cool.
So you've got each of the teams. Then you have I think that's not the ranking. Total score out of 25. So it's ranked. It's like a bar chart, even though it doesn't look like a bar chart, ranking from top to bottom.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just interesting to see how he's ranked his popcorns by each of these locations.
I see.
Not nothing, terribly going on here that you can kind of tell. But as we go along, so like this is the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
They give the actual arena in this one. I don't think they do here. No, that's just the team. So you got the arena, and then again, it's the same. It's the same look as this one. So again, as the Makeover Monday, they have how it was and like make it better. So people had kind of the same idea, but they turned, unlike this one where it's just a circle and a number, they turned it into little popcorns.
Oh, really cool.
So I like that.
So is that, which one was the number one? I think it was the 24, 25 was American Airlines, and I think it was the Dallas Maverick.
Yeah, so that's one thing that this one doesn't have is you don't know what team this is.
Oh, I see.
Right, and this one you don't know what the arena is. Not that it's relevant, but
I see. I like it.
You can see, but at a glance, you can see which presentation was the worst. It was these two, and which was the butteriest. This one. That's probably why you ranked the highest. And the same for the salt. So you had 5s across the board except for crunchiness. I don't know how you determine that. Just personal preference. And
so
then
to make it better, put a lot of salt, a lot of butter, and you win.
Yes, that's all you need. No one cares about presentation, just as long as it tastes good. So this last one is the one I kind of wanted to dive into. So I'm going to refresh it so it's good. So it's the same thing. It was a Makeover Monday, and it's a little different than the other ones. So they've got this like radial chart here down the right.
Yeah, radial chart. Yeah,
and it tells you how to read it. The further away from the center represents a higher score for that popcorn factor. So you want to fill up the whole thing here, and you can see it's the crunchiness is where it's a little weaker. But what was interesting is like when you hover on here, you can see each team's ranking in each of the categories using a popcorn icon to fill that in.
Really cool. Never seen this before. Be honest with you, never.
So
also, everybody thinks in the chat, yeah.
Also, as you hover here, if you look in the upper right-hand corner, that scoreboard. So the Golden State Warriors is a 6 with a total score of 18. And as I move along, it changes that scoreboard.
Wow.
To whatever it is. Now, my one concern here is it's I think this is the number 1 ranked. But if I go to the next one, which I think should be number 2, is 12. Or maybe this is 2. This is 11. So this is not sorted in any way that I can tell.
Okay.
But also, as you hover, you can see this radial chart down here changes whenever you hover on it. Now, I've never used that type of chart, and I don't know if there's a lot of business use for it. But in this context, it's different.
It's great.
It gives you some insights, but it takes a little bit to understand what you're looking at.
Yeah, it's really cool. Very interesting. It's really interesting. Yeah, I like it.
So like here you can see, this is our hometown, Orlando Magic. This
Hmm.
was super salty, but that's about it.
Yeah, and it's what, number 11. Okay,
Yep.
very interesting. I mean, I think it's great. I mean, it looks great. I mean, makes a lot of good use of everything around it. Um, I'm able to understand it. I think it's yeah. I think it works. It works for the audience. I think it works for what it needs to be done here. I mean, and it explains you how to read it.
It gives you both
Um,
the team and the arena, unlike the other two before that.
hmm hmm
Gives you a little legend here to what you're supposed to be doing. And
hmm
that's exactly how I knew to hover on each one of those icons.
Yeah, I like the total score, the rank. Very clever. I mean, I think that was super smart to do that. Put it there.
Yeah. So
That surprises me.
it's
Yeah.
interesting. It says source is Stephen Curley. It's just him, and it says that he scored the popcorn using 5 factors on a scale of 1 to 5 based on the freshness, saltiness, crunchiness, butter, and presentation. I don't really know where that data came from. I mean, unless he's given everybody an Excel of how he's ranking these, but I'd
hmm
love to see the original of this.
This is great. I mean, I think it's different. I was able to understand it. I think it's not really that confusing. Um, yeah, I mean, I generally, I mean, I think it's great. I mean, for the audience here, right? Everybody that it's not a business audience, but also, you know what is great? It's the idea of using this chart, which is a good idea if you want to show it to somebody. Like if I were gonna use this, I think I would show them this first, and then I'm gonna say, look, it works here, right? So it could work for you for something else. So this is a good idea of reusing this to show someone else how to use this radar chart. So like this could
Right.
be a way to show people, look, this could work for you.
Yeah. This is how you're gonna read it when we redo it for you. Is each of the points is a data point, and the further out that you fill this thing, the better, because you're ranking it as 5 out of 5. So this could be a good use case just to
So
kind of.
this could be done like for example in a business environment if this could be products and or this could be your competitors of your product and how they rank. If you can get that data, right, you can see how they rank and how they like okay, how do
Yep.
I compare my product with this could be other companies instead of being here are the stadiums or the teams. What if these are all my competitors and I'm comparing this product with them? So this could be, let's say that these are cars
Yep. That's what I
like
was thinking.
Toyota, Volkswagen, Nissan, and I'm comparing one model with everybody else, and then I can see that. I mean, that could work
Yep.
here.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, this could definitely work. So I don't know. I think it's a cool one. I mean, a really good one to show and something different. This is great.
All
You
right.
have
That's
any
all
other,
I had.
or that was the last one?
That was it. Yep.
That was it. So we got to the end. If anybody have any other questions, and just want to say thank you to everyone. Oh, show the you wanted to show the upcoming weeks, I think, right? So we have a sign up sheet. I don't know who's gonna put it in the chat right now. We have Joe is coming in a couple of weeks. I mean, I think he's signed up for coffee, and we have other individuals. We have pizza day, sports. Anybody, if you like sports, you can bring visualizations related to sport, your favorite sport. We have equality next week. We have pets. If you're a pet lover or have any type of pet, come and be with us. Beer. Who doesn't like beer, right? So we're gonna have that on February 23rd. Same different topics. Just sign up, go there, find something that you like. You can be here with us discussing these visualizations. You don't have to prepare anything. All you have to do is find some visualizations that you like related to the topic, and come and chat with us. We would love to talk with you about different visualization. We have Star Wars. I'm gonna be
Hey,
on that one, Star Wars.
you mean
Coffee.
I can attest to how little prep I did for this show. Was at an hour before we started it, I went and looked for a couple of things, and like that was it. That's all I did.
That's it. Yeah, it's just the easiest participation you ever done in your life. Not to create nothing, and you can be here with us, and we can learn a lot of cool things about data visualization, different charts, new things. So just be with us, and think. Just wanted to remind everybody. Thank you to Data Meaning for allowing us to do this as our sponsor. Data Meaning. We are data visualization consultants. We are a BI consulting firm, and anything that you need related to Tableau or Alteryx, contact us, and we will be more than happy to talk to you. Like Aaron said, we're hiring. If you know anybody, Alteryx server specialists, developers, solution architects, contact Aaron, contact me. We're definitely be interested in talking to you, for sure. We're hiring. We need people. So just find Data Meaning. Also, we have a Data Meaning YouTube page. We have over 200 videos available for you to check out in Data Meaning YouTube page. We have incredible amount of content. So just check that out. And we have a lot of different content every week, webinars, and you name it. So let us know if you need anything, and we'll be here to help you. Thank you. So hope to see you next week.
All right, guys. See ya.
Thank you. Bye-bye.